I think the more you do something and the more comfortable you are with it, then it becomes normal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the more that you talk about intimacy and, fun things, then it comes and rolls off your tongue as just a normal conversation. We were talking about intimacy and we were at a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
And we were just talking so normal.
Because it's normal.
Right. I don't know if people around us heard us or whatever. I mean, we weren't talking about details. We were talking in code, but we were still talking.
But if you paid attention to the conversation, you would know what we were talking about.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we weren't like graphic or anything, but we were still having a conversation about, what I think this conversation was whether after massage night, is that a good night to try to, have sex? And it's like, depends on what massage therapist you have.
And what kind of massage you get.
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends on what kind of mood you're in.
Right. But we were having this conversation just to kind of increase communication, right? Mm-hmm. Because we go get massages and it was like an unsaid rule that in my mind, it was, after a massage, we're just too tired to have, any intimate moments.
Right.
And it was like, you know what? I just keep assuming that. But maybe if I actually have a conversation with you, I can find out, well, how do you feel about it?
And it was actually a very analytical conversation, too, because, okay, what kind of massage? Well, if it's a really rough, deep tissue massage, probably not feeling very intimate after that.
No.
Looking for the ibuprofen.
Right. Because you were holding your breath and they were just digging.
Put your elbow on my back. But so there's some variances there.
Yeah, but it was just a whole conversation that could be had. But in the past it was just assumptions.
Yeah,
right?
And you don't know until you talk about it.
Yeah. So the other thing that I wanted to address was, this is a coined phrase that just came up, is the praise sandwich.
Oh yeah, that and you talking about sex and you mentioned sandwich. I don't know. That's just...
We're not talking about that kind of sandwich.
Disrupts my attention span.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Yes, it is. I didn't say it was bad.
Get your attention. Focus.
Okay. Sandwich. Go ahead.
Praise sandwich. Okay, so a praise sandwich is one where you start with a praise. So it's like, oh, you look sexy tonight. Oh, you look sexy tonight. But it starts with a praise, right?
Yes.
And then you might end it in the middle of the sandwich is that desire. What I want to do to you, or let's go to bed early tonight.
Right. Make your request known.
Yes. And then you want to end it with a praise, right? And there could be some time in between this. It's not like you're going to say your praise to get your desire in and then say another praise so you can check the box.
You're not fixing a sandwich for lunch.
No.
Boom. Go. See you later. Bye.
Yeah, this is kind of like one of those sandwiches that can last for the whole day.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Because praise, that's that thing where you're acknowledging something beautiful and pleasant about the other person. Right. And then, the desire is letting your desires be known. Why do we keep it a secret? Or why do we hope the other person knows what our desires are?
I say people in Western society, sex is so taboo. You're not supposed to talk about, like when you're at a restaurant, you're not supposed to talk about sex. That's what the hell is wrong with you? Don't you see other people around? Yeah, other people that are human beings.
So true.
I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, and I will say I grew up more under that, mindset, and I've gradually been liberated.
Yeah.
But because honestly, that is such an important part of a marriage, a relationship, and so how do we make that the least thing we talk about when it's the most important thing? I mean, I'm gonna tell you, you could have financial problems, you could have stress, you could have problems with the kids, but dang it, if you can keep that intimacy going, boy, it sure does make those other things easier to get through.
Yes. Yes.
Woo!
Yeah, so let's go have our own private conversation about this topic.
If you can have that glow in the morning, then it makes it easier to address the other challenges of a relationship. Yeah.